for many seasons. So, yep, let's wrap it up.
All right, so wait, should we just end it with the
Russell
Westbrook
Westbrook's
situation?
triple-double, more impressive than Oscar Robertson.
All right, let's just.
More really?
All right, let's end it here.
All right, because I actually had a rant that I wanted to say. So if you guys have anything else to add, just add it right now so that I can end it off with the rant.
No, Westbrook having triple double.
Yeah, I
phenomenal.
mean,
That's
it's
All right.
they don't even make sense. Those numbers don't even make sense.
Okay,
yeah, it
so
doesn't make any sense to me.
I just wanted to address, this whole what should I call it? NBA idiocy cycle. By that I mean every year around this time, we're always looking for that person we can put up on a pedestal to, dethrone LeBron, if that's even possible. When in LeBron's early years, people kept saying that Kobe was a better player, and he was, because LeBron was young and he was still that immature player. But then they said that he was better than LeBron even when Kobe had his Achilles injury. Which, again,
that was a little crazy.
It's Kobe fans. They'll say that he's better than LeBron even if he's a million years old.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But then it comes to Derrick Rose. First of all, in 2011, LeBron had better stats, he had a better team, and he was just an overall better player. But he was the villain, so nobody was allowed to like him. So they had to like the next best person, which was Derrick Rose. He got the MVP. The chitter-chatter started about how he's a better player than LeBron, and he's the best player in the league. Then LeBron smokes him in the playoffs, and what do you know? Everybody's back onto the LeBron bandwagon. Then Kevin Durant comes along. Again, they're not allowed to like LeBron because he's the villain. They're supposed to like the next best thing, which was Kevin Durant. And not only that, he wasn't a threat to MJ. I mean, I know you guys might think like I'm stupid for thinking that LeBron's a threat to MJ, but some people think that. So Kevin Durant was never really a threat to MJ. LeBron is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they had to like him more than LeBron. And everybody said, the new king is in town. And even MJ, if you guys remember his interview, he said he would pick KD over LeBron and Kobe. Let's remember, didn't MJ... Wasn't MJ the one that drafted Kwame Brown number 1? Okay, I'm just saying that. But
it's funny because wait. It's funny because this year, when he gave Westbrook the MVP, he said, "I respect Westbrook because he didn't decide to leave this team. Basically, did not leave this team like the way what's his name, Kevin Durant just left his team."
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. Anyways, so with Kevin Durant, they said the throne belongs to KD now, and that he'll end up with more rings. They said they would pick KD over LeBron if they started a team, which, people always have that conversation. If I started a team, I would pick this guy.
Right.
They also said he had a killer instinct, and he had more of a will to win. But
that's funny because that's not the truth.
Yeah, LeBron blows them 4-1 in the finals, and what happens? They jump right back onto the LeBron bandwagon. Then
now KD's the villain.
Well, especially now.
How the tables have turned. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
Then comes the earlier one, which was Curry. Curry, 6'3", doesn't fit the part. He's 180 pounds. But people like him because he's, I don't know how to say it. He's more commune. He's likable.
He's likable. He's not cocky like that.
He's arrogant.
He's arrogant
sometimes. But people like him because he's more family orientated and he's religious and all these things that people like people for. I don't know the reasons, but they just liked him more.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't look like that big, tough, strong NBA basketball. Just little skinny, little wimpy.
He appeals to the majority of the fans because he looks like the majority of them.
Fans.
So anyways, he wins the unanimous MVP. He gets the best regular season in history. The best three-point shooter of all time. He gets that award. And he breaks a lot of records, for majority for three-point shooting. Then he goes up 3-1 against LeBron in the finals. And what happens on social media, everywhere, what happens? It's over. Steph Curry's the best player in the world. He's the best player, possibly going to be the best player of all time. He dethroned LeBron, and it's past his prime now. It's past LeBron's prime. Then, I always say, LeBron's like a Ferrari. What happens when you see a guy with a Ferrari? He always starts off slow, surveys the area, scans his vicinity, and then after a while, all of a sudden, he pushes the gas pedal. You look up, he's no longer there. All of a sudden, we went down 3-1. It's like a flick switched, or like a switch flicked. Flick switched. What am I saying? It's like a switch flipped. I always say, greatness is achieved on the brink of failure. He was on the brink of failure 3 times in a row. And they get tied up 3-3 in the finals. He gets the block. He wins the championship. And everyone jumps right back onto the bandwagon. Now Westbrook. He's averaging a triple-double. But nobody even bothers to see how he's averaging this triple-double. Now, with Oscar Robertson, if you guys know how he got his triple-double, back then the triple-double wasn't really considered. Nobody really cared about the triple-double. So Oscar Robertson was never trying to get a triple-double. He wasn't attempting to get a triple-double. Sure, they had more possessions, but he never really cared about getting 10 rebounds, 10 assists, and 30 points. He never cared about that. Today's day and age, if you're about to get a triple-double, if you're like 1 rebound away, and there's like 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter, you won't defend your player anymore. You'd be stuck in the paint trying to get that rebound. Back then, if you got a triple-double, nobody really cared. Nobody would even mention you. So Oscar Robertson got it carelessly. Westbrook, if you watch games from beginning to end, at certain points you'll see he'll leap over Steven Adams and just grab it from on top of him. I mean, he's your teammate. You're supposed to build up his confidence. You're supposed to make him
give me the rebound.
He's the center. He's supposed to do his job. He has to grab the rebound. You don't leap over him and when Oladipo grabs the rebound, they both grab it together. He just rips it out of Oladipo's hand. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And when it comes to the assists, if you notice, like, there's 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter and he's like 2 assists away, he'll make the worst passes of all time and he'll blow open lanes just so they can kick it out for an assist, which sometimes throws away games. Now, if you watch LeBron's game, the rebound will come to him. He can just put his hands up and grab the rebound. Simple as that. But what does he do? He looks behind him. He sees Kevin Love is about to grab it. He lets the ball go. He lets Kevin Love get it. Because he knows that if his teammates get their stats higher, they're going to perform more for him in the finals and in the playoffs. He builds their confidence. Westbrook's not going to think that way. Yep. Because Westbrook is, as I said, me, myself, and Westbrook. And now everyone is saying Westbrook is the MVP. If you go on Twitter and type in NBA MVP, 90% of it has Westbrook's name. If you type in best player in the search bar, scroll down, 90% of it has Westbrook's name on it. Some idiot on Twitter said if I had to start a team, I would take Westbrook over LeBron. Are you high?
Yeah, I wouldn't. Westbrook is a stat pattern. That's basically what
when Russell Westbrook comes to your team. When Russell Westbrook comes to your team, what do you get? A 6'3" stat stuffer driven by ego. Yeah. Can we all agree that? Yep. When LeBron comes to your team, what do you get? An automatic finals appearance and a 50-50 chance of winning the championship.
Yeah.
Let me weigh those two outcomes. Tough choice, right? I blocked him on Twitter. I'm serious. I actually did. How stupid is this generation of fanatics? That's all I gotta say. How stupid are these bandwagons that get off the bandwagon as fast as they can get on it? How embarrassing is it that we have kids controlling the thoughts of the fan base? And I blame social media because it gives no-named losers the voice to sway thoughts of the new generation, and it's pathetic. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I mean... that I laughed at most of that just because of the fact at how idiotic people can be especially when it comes to the NBA community. Like I said this bit beforehand, I think I put this on Twitter. I was like, the NBA community is the worst sports community.